Join discord.gg/flatearth and enter a check-in room. Someone will come along and verify you to get involved in the conversation about our Earth.
What was that?
Thank you for the unmute if it was you.
Oh, who is this?
Roofy. How's that geometric horizon working out for me?
How's that? How's that general relativity and relativity working out for you after 4 or 5, 6 years of being a paid globe agent? Oops! Yeah. You think it's irrelevant. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't know how it's working out for me.
Is this Roohif?
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back, Roohif.
Lovely.
How's it going, man?
Good for you. Good to hear you. I heard you like the other day. People were talking to you, but I wasn't opening my mic much. Hey, glad to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good one. You have a question?
I've been chatting in the text chat, and yeah, I just don't want to type all day. I got stuff to do. So.
Okay. Are you still claiming the opposite of your immediate experience, Roohif?
What's my immediate experience?
You know, motionless, horizontal plane level. You look up with your vision and you see the sky moving. Are you still denying that stuff?
Well, it's a bit hard to say that my experience is flatness when I've measured the curve, so that's a bit difficult.
Your experience in the computer is not flat because you measure a curve in the computer.
Not in the computer, no. Out in reality, in the real world.
Like in reality, you measure a curve. Like when you go to buy apples or oranges, you see the curve on the oranges, and you say, "Hey, this orange is curved enough for me to pay money for it." Right? That's where you use the curve. Is that what you're talking about?
I make predictions for what I should see on a globe and what I should see on a flat Earth, and then I go and test which one of those is reality.
Oh, you're talking about curves on a globe, like the globe that we buy at the store, like not for educational purposes. Those type of globes.
No, reality, actual reality.
Yeah, the real globes made out of wood or fibers, and you put it on top of a level table, motionless table, right? Those globes that you can spin with your hand. Look, globe, that one.
The Earth that we are on, that we are standing on.
Oh, the ground that is under your feet?
Yeah. I went and
Wait, you're saying that the globe under your feet is a globe on the table?
No.
So what are you saying, Roohif? Don't confuse me, bro.
I'm not sure that you're actually confused, but I went out into reality. I made predictions for what I should measure if the Earth's a globe, and a prediction for what I should measure if the Earth is flat. I then made the measurement and determined that the measurement matched the globe.
So you made a prediction for Earth being globe. And what prediction is that? Earth being globe, therefore globe?
Yep. Well, not therefore globe, but yeah, I made a prediction for how much drop I should measure. Yeah.
You made a prediction.
This might be a good time. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I think Jedi asked for the mic. Go ahead.
No. I don't want the mic. I just want to make sure that I can interject if there's anything that needs to be said.
No, we can't hear you here.
Okay. Never mind then. Go ahead, Jedi.
You're all right, buddy. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm in a different place. I'm house sitting for my brother, and I'm using my Chromebook, with the Blue Yeti. Whatever, you guys freaking go for it.
You're fine. Sorry.
Slow night. We can, especially if Roohif's in here. It's like, goddamn. Why shouldn't I jump in? All right, so okay, my mic's working good. Go ahead, guys.
I just want to know
about me. Right? Is my hair okay? Is my hair all right, guys?
Lovely.
I just want to know if Roohif actually
made like my pants.
I just want to know if Roohif actually made an 8-digit income back in 6 years ago when he was 30 years old. I just want to know. I just want to know if he actually made an 8-digit income that he actually told us over on Troubling Tribune's podcast.
Yeah, only 1 year though. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, do you have any proof that you made $10 million? You want to show us that your equivalent of W-2 in Australia, so we can actually see that you made 10 million Australian dollars plus?
Not particularly, but you can Google me. You can Google my net worth. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Still doesn't change anything about the shape of the earth.
Hey, did you make that money selling gloves or?
Yes. Yes, I sold a truckload of gloves that year.
Is that why you're not making 8 figures these past years, because the globe market has been going down, down.
Yeah.
Is there a
Yeah,
down on a globe, Roohif? Is there a down on a globe?
Yes.
It's toward the center of the imaginary fairy
No,
tale.
actually, the down on the globe is actually under the table, right? Roohif, you remember the table that you put the globe on top of the table, and under the table is under the globe, right? As well, is it?
Right. But at the same time, don't you realize that money is inflating? It has been since the beginning of the creation of money.
What?
Right.
Inflating like a balloon.
Yeah.
So
Money has been, inflation's pretty high at the moment.
Yeah, bro, you used to be able to buy a fucking house for $15,000, but now that costs, over $1 million, in certain places.
Oh,
Just to buy like a 2-3 bedroom house,
Yeah, Sydney median house price is $1 million. It's insane.
Well, in Arkansas, you can get you can get a sort of a mansion for about $250,000. It's a really nice place.
Yep. It's about, roughly twice as expensive here.
Yeah.
Hey, Roohif, whose name do I use when I Google what you made 6 years ago? I mean, I put Roohif in, Australian multimillionaire, and didn't come up with anything. What name should I use?
Yeah, go ahead and dox yourself.
I mean, he made a claim that he made 8-digit income like 6 years ago off the derivative trades.
Yeah,
and
that should be enough.
That's the reason he retired at 30 years old. Now he's like 36 or 40.
Type in Roohif derivatives then. That should get you there.
Roohif, Roohif derivatives. That should get me where I want to go. Good. Thank you.
Hey, Jen, just type selling roofies. You'll find
roofies. Oh, shit! Is that on the black market, or maybe it's in the what's that? That trade they have between India. What's that? That road that the road that they have the Silk Road thing where they have they can just.
Yeah, this is what happens when Jim and Helio take over the conversation. Go ahead.
Hey, let's do a live doxing of me, Jim. Come on. Let's do it.
Hey, you know what? Before I actually joined this conversation, I checked how many people were watching on all my live streams, and pretty much nobody's watching. So that's why I came in here and fucking, decided to interact with you assholes.
I'm watching your ass.
All right, well then, fucking watch my ass. You like my ass? Put it out there.
Too hairy for my liking, mate.
Probably is. I haven't seen it in a while, but it probably is too hairy.
How far have you got now, Jim?
Let's see. I put in Roohif derivatives Australia. I got ROOHI, and I won't dox you. Let's see if that's actually I got two Roohifs. I
give you permission. I give you permission to say my name.
I got one ROOHI and then REHMAN, and then I got Roohif ROHISETHI. See what else.
Put quotes around Roohif so it doesn't suggest other spellings.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I can give you complete permission to say my name. That's fine. I'm not anonymous.
Cool, man. And I know McToon really likes you a lot because he mentions you on his podcast. Congratulations once in a while. So hey, you're famous with Loon McToon. So good job. Let's see.
Who was the globe earther who came in yesterday who completely disagreed with Roohif's point about plum bobs? What was his name? Can anybody remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I do remember it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely happened. Somebody definitely disagreed with you and your idea about plumb bobs from your own side.
Yeah. Oh no! When
Interesting.
someone posted the diagram of the plumb line deviating, it took me a minute to understand that, and then I said to, was it India? I think I said, does that change? Does that make the string that's holding the weight curve? And yeah, clearly it doesn't. But he kept saying yes.
As rich as you are, Roohif, you think that you would have diverted from angles and zenith angles and refraction, and at least looked at the bane and warping in space time. But I guess I was expecting too much of you.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's often the case. I mean, you can throw enough money at something and make something true, even though it's not.
Yep. The Bane and warp in space-time general relativity has basically run a large portion of not science but physics since 1919 when we decided 2 out of 35 plates November 6th, 1919 were good enough to prove the Bane and warp in space-time from 2 observations on May 29th, 1919. But Roohif has never decided to even look into that and the Bane and warp in space-time and how it happened and nothing like that, even though it's governed much of physics since 1919, 104 years ago. But Roohif knows about the theater.
Jim, I thought you said goodbye earlier. You was like, when you found out Roohif was in here, just like me, I was like, I have to jump in.
Correct.
Helio.
That's what Dr. Gunn.
Helio. It's too easy. Too easy. Helio.
Well, I mean, I've been just watching freaking TV shows all day, and like intermittently listening on the live stream, and maintaining, producing it, whatever. But when I saw Roof still here, after the beating he took the other day, I was like, what? He still wants to come back and another one?
Well, he's a multi-millionaire, Helio, and you and I are poor, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely poor. But I'm not poor in spirit, so don't get me wrong.
No, you're definitely not poor in spirit, my friend.
Hey, I do not give you permission to give address, obviously, Jim. But name fine.
I have now put Roohif in parentheses with derivatives Australia, and it's even worse than it was before because I can't find you anywhere. You know what you need to do? You need to do it yourself. Make a screenshot and put it in.
Nah, just keep that between you guys, like DMs. Come on. If Roohif made $20 million, it's good for you, bro. Good for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So what
Gemsy,
you're hitting?
Hey, Gemsy and Helio, if I made $10 million 6 years ago,
you'll be broke already. You'll be broke already.
And I was a Glober. I don't know if I'd be talking refraction and angles with a bunch of losers on Flat Earth Discord.
No, I'd be the freaking. I'd been investing that shit. And just, but yeah. I grew up po, and I'm still po. So, but Is it because I'm a poor flat earth? I believe the earth is flat because I'm poor. Is that the implication? That's stupid.
Yes.
I'm curious to know who this bunch of losers on Discord are, Jim.
Yeah, that's way harsh.
Hey, there is people that make a lot of money from all sides of the equation. So it's Roohif makes money. A bunch of Globers don't make money. So
Flat Earth millionaire, right?
I'm just some regular guy. I mean, it's just like I've never even reached. The most money I've made in 1 year was $70,000, and I worked my ass off the entire year. I was working 12 hours every day. That was the most I ever made in 1 year.
You know what Roohif calls $70,000 a year in Australia? Poverty.
Cheap change.
My first year at uni, I got a cadetship scholarship, and I was on 16,000 Aussie dollars per year. Okay. Had to go full-time uni and part-time work.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Only possible on a ball.
$8,000 US at the time. Correct.
Only possible on a ball.
Correct.
What a dick.
Oh my goodness.
Roohif, did you use like globe economics to do all that, to make all that money?
Derivatives require a lot of mathematical knowledge. Yeah, so that kind of translates a little
Really? Derivatives of what? Fucking
bit.
prick.
Of stocks and futures.
Stocks and futures. All right. So you that's cool. Hey, bro. And that's fine. That's the market. It's gambling, basically legal gambling.
Yeah, tell Roohif how he made his money, Helio. Come on, tell him.
Yes.
Well, man, I mean, if you're in the market, you might convince people to invest, or which is not necessarily a bad idea. I mean, shit, who doesn't want to get involved with, if you're gonna like make some money, put a little portion of your money toward your retirement so that you can have a future where you can retire or whatever. That's the idea.
Roohif, do you have any of that money in a treasury account, like in a treasury as securities, and taking any percent? You're getting like a percentage. You're saying derivatives, right? You're getting a percentage every year. You're getting a percentage.
My wealth is just invested in ETFs at the moment. Like I don't do any trading.
ETFs.
So if you have it plugged somewhere, you get a percentage of that every year, don't you?
What does ATF stand for? Alternative
Exchange traded fund. So it's basically investing in the main index for each country. Yeah. So I've got most of my money in the ASX 200, which is the equivalent of your
that's good.
S&P 500. Yeah.
All right, cool. So so you're already set, as far as that trade system goes. But as far as
Helio.
He's probably sitting in a ditch in Australia.
He's sitting on a chair, just like you, Helio.
Correct.
Probably.
I'll throw my camera.
Yeah, I know about the.
Hey, Helio, if you make money, that doesn't mean that you stop using chairs to sit down and talk in Discord, bro. Making money doesn't.
Dude,
if you give me camera
camping. When I go camping, I sit on a log around a fire. I can put up a log. I'll sit in that fucking log all damn night long.
Oh my goodness!
Around a campfire.
Hey, I get in Helio, Arkansas, and I got more information off Google on Helio, Arkansas than I got Roohif, Australia.
You're not very good at this.
What?
Doxing, Jim. Not very good at all.
Well, I mean, if you look up Helio, Arkansas, you probably find me if you look that shit up. Yeah,
that's right. Guys, no offense, but could you get off the personal topics like doxing and who's what in their bank account? We're not really here for that shit.
I know.
Oh, sure. The only reason I'm bringing this shit up and I came in here to talk about it, it was because there's not very many people watching right now because I checked it before I checked myself before I wrecked myself. That's what I was doing.
Just to be clear, it's not
especially since Roohif, brung his ass in here. Is brung a word? Is brung a word?
If you want it to be Helio.
No, it should have been brought. His badass in here, talking about how much money. Nobody was talking about money. We're talking about the Earth. Where the fuck is this globe that we can't find?
It's probably that you, Roohif. Where's that then?
Yeah, show us this globe, Roohif. There's so much evidence.
Went through yesterday. Yeah, I went through yesterday how to measure drop over distance. Posted in the chat.
Do you think the militaries of the world that use laser targeting up to 100 miles use drop over distance?
Laser targets over 100 miles?
Yeah.
Do they
or
really
radar? Yeah, or radar that's over 450 miles. If you understand radar, that's two traversals because you've got to ping off the object. So that's 900 miles. That requires
isn't radar?
Helio, shush. Thank you. So, being as that is a direct line of sight, what do you say about that? Or do you want infrared cameras?
Demonstration.
Would you? I didn't go and speak to the miniatures of the world, then, mate. Off you try it.
Yeah, I've never seen that claim backed up.
You've never seen a radar? Radar, really? You've never seen the 400? You live in Australia, don't you? You've got a radar installation called Jimboree on the north coast of Australia. Right, 450 miles radius value. All right, that's over 32,000 square kilometres. Now, this detects ships at sea over 450 miles away, mate. Now, you do understand that requires a direct line of sight. What, of a ship at sea?
No, of the radar.
I'll go and find it for you. It's about 250. Jimboree. I think it's the Jimboree. Jimboree. I think so. I mean, your Australian names, mate, it's bloody ridiculous, but something like that.
Jimboree. Yeah, unless there's, I don't understand.
He won't even admit that he doesn't know. He won't even say, I don't know. Yeah. But
I literally got the words "I don't understand" out. I don't understand atmospheric, ionospheric refraction.
No, he was talking about radar. I mean, where they're measured from. Isn't that where you were getting, Jedi?
Yeah, and it's not over the horizon as in it's hitting the ionosphere and coming back down, because you understand that's not going to come straight back, mate. So, yeah, direct line of sight is required for radar targeting systems, especially with ships at sea, mate. Awesome. Well, being as you're the big researcher, why don't you go and look into it? Or you're just going to cherry pick your own bollocks and start saying that you've measured drop over distance, where the navies and militaries of the world use direct line of sight targeting systems and radar systems to acquire targets of, I just pointed out, 450 miles. That's a 900-mile traversal, ping and back again.
Yeah. Do you have a link to that claim?
No. This is stuff I've read ages ago, mate. Why do I have to carry around links everywhere? Why don't you go and look into Yeah. So why don't you look into radar? Have you not looked into radar?
I'm sure I have.
Have you never? Well, go and look into it again then.
Yeah, and
you must understand.
When someone says, "I'm sure I have," that means they haven't.
No, I have, right? Because I know the radar horizon.
Well, tell us about it then.
Okay, the radar horizon is generally 4/3R. So I'm wondering how you get 450 miles.
I don't. They do.
Well, again, it's my claim. I can back up my claim in within a minute of 4/3R.
So you said, I'm sure I have, and I can show what they did. Go ahead and show us, just like Jared said.
Let's Google 4/3R radar horizon.
And now we're going to Google. I've done it before.
VHF radio.
And so
in Earth. Anyway. Yeah, I know. So the Earth has a larger radius, which we call the equivalent Earth radius, R sub E, which is normally 4/3R in the UK. So yeah, just Google 4/3R. That's what they use for radar propagation.
Awesome. Have you ever heard of Nickelbine back in the Second World War?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. Do you know what that is then?
Cross beams. Yeah. Cross beams over London. Yeah.
Okay. And Birmingham and cities further north. You do understand that these installations were over 500 miles away, right?
Right, but I also understand that was also ionospheric refraction.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
these are beams crossing over cities, mate.
Right.
Not ionospheric refraction.
That word, atmospheric refraction. What the fuck is that?
You haven't looked into Nickelbine. Hold on, you haven't looked into Nickelbine, have you?
I understand what it is.
No, you don't, because you don't understand what it is because you just put in ionospheric bounce and refraction. That's not how Nickelbine worked. It was direct line of sight, cross beam targeting. The aircraft would follow one beam. It's not. Hold on. No, I'm just restating this. The aircraft would follow one beam, not go up into the sky and hit the ionosphere. Follow one beam, and then when the signal changed, he knew to drop his ordnance because this was at night time. Yeah, so not hitting off the ionosphere.
How do you back that up?
Because he followed the beam. If you're saying the beam went up into the fucking sky and hit the ionosphere, where's the plane going to go? It's going to lose sight. No, it's gone up into the sky.
Yeah, it still bounces down straight.
No, it doesn't.
I
It
would
goes
love
straight. It's not hard to find, mate. Just go onto Wikipedia. It's right fucking there for you. Excuse my language.
Hey, we've got it in the live stream voice text for you, so don't worry about it, Jedi. We
I
got
understand.
you.
Thank you very much.
I don't
I've seen it before, and I know that at the time there was discussions about could this be over the horizon? Could it be bouncing off the ionosphere?
And it wasn't.
Wait.
Which hold on, Helio, which confused the RAF at the time because they didn't think this technology was possible. So being it was direct line of sight, cross beam targeting, no one hit the ionosphere, mate.
That's your claim that it was direct.
But it wasn't a shape of Earth argument.
Claim, and we've posted the stuff for you in the live stream voice text that you're just going to ignore.
Oh, no, I did briefly look into it.
And you can do so.
I knew there was arguments.
No one believes that you briefly looked into it. There's information that we know you're going to hand wave away because you're a dishonest person.
No, not dishonest, Jedi.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so yesterday I asked you, have you done the celestial navigation? You said yes, but you're not going to demonstrate it. That's dishonest.
Oh, God, now we're going somewhere. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Back when I was fucking 14.
Why does that matter? That's anecdotal. Why would you need something like that?
Well, there's $10,000 waiting for you to demonstrate it.
That's awesome. I've held a fucking sextant. Brilliant. More than you've done.
But have you done celestial navigation? Have you fixed your position by taking angles to stars?
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, everybody. Roohif has his idea of celestial navigation. What do you mean by that?
Taking angles to 3 stars and working out where you are based on those angles.
Hold on. No, when you navigate somewhere, that means you're traveling around Earth. And like, say you were starting from Los Angeles, and you left Los Angeles, and then you're going to go return to Los Angeles. You're going to circumnavigate the Earth, right?
Okay, there is a process of taking 3
hold
angles.
on. Yeah, the answer is yes or no.
What's the question?
I just fucking said it. You're going to leave from Los Angeles and return to Los Angeles sailing a boat west. And then you're going to return to Los Angeles, circumnavigating the Earth.
Okay.
Okay, how do you do that?
Well, how do I do it now? I would use GPS now.
Okay, well, how would someone do that in the past?
They would use the star. They would take 3 angles to 3 stars, and they would work out where they are. That process is just called celestial navigation. We can call it something else if you like, but that process, 3 stars, 3 angles, fix your position. Jedi claimed to be able to do that, but he won't demonstrate.
Fucking guy.
Circle of equal altitude. Hold on. No, this was my question yesterday. What's the angle underneath the star? What's the GP angle?
Between what 3 points?
Well, let's put it between vertically down from the star and horizontally to you. What's that angle?
Well, it's not horizontal to me.
But it requires a horizontal plane as stated within celestial navigation. Would you like me to go and get the book?
Okay, the angle between
this is where I think you're This is where I think you're dishonest because you keep saying the word angle. Yeah, that's not possible on a curved surface because if you have a curved surface, hold on, Helio, please. Because if you have a curved surface, then you've got a curved surface between the GP of the star and you when you put your sextant on the floor, so we don't have to do any calculations. Okay?
It is a curved surface between me and the GP, yes.
How can that be possible if there's 90 degrees underneath the GP of the star, which could be up to 3,000 miles away, and you need to take an elevation angle up to that star, let's call it 45 degrees. How the hell is that possible on a curved surface? Because that curved surface, that curved horizontal, is going to bastardize, excuse my language, 2 of your angles, especially 90 degrees that's stated underneath the GP of the star. All stars.
Right.
All
Very
stars.
Very simply, it's not 90 degrees between the star, the GP, and the observer. There is a curve between the GP and the observer.
That's a problem then, because you wouldn't be able to measure angles then, would you?
What's the problem with measuring an angle?
Because you can't measure an angle if one of those lines is curved. You just bastardize one, and you must have 90 degrees ground position underneath the star, as stated within celestial navigation. That's why it's got a ground position.
Okay, so first problem you said is we can't measure an angle on a globe. Is that correct?
curved surface, curved line.
Okay, so
if one of those
on a
lines is
globe.
curved, you will bastardize two of those angles.
Okay, first of all, we're not using curved lines with angles. Okay, we're measuring the difference, the angle between two directions. Okay, with our sextant. Right, one of those directions is towards the star. The other direction is towards the horizon. Right.
Awesome. And it's not just towards the horizon, it's towards the GP of the star, because every star has a ground position, because you want to know your distance. Of course you can't.
Right.
Of course you can't.
Yeah, you're absolutely wrong, bro.
Unless it's directly over your head at your zenith.
Yeah. So we're just pointing at the horizon. We're not actually. Yeah, we're pointing in the direction of the GP, but we're not pointing at the GP. We're just pointing at the horizon.
Yeah. And how far away can the ground position of the star be beyond the horizon?
Oh, 5,400 nautical miles maximum. Can be a long way.
Really? You can actually name it. You can actually give.
Yeah, anywhere between 0 and 5,400 nautical miles.
This motherfucker gave a number.
Oh my god! Throw your globe under the bus.
Holy fucking shit! That blows my mind. 5,400 miles? Is that what you said?
Nautical miles. Anywhere between 0 and 5,400.
They gave us a number. All right.
Please, before you
he blew it up.
Coming everywhere. So ultimately, my friend, the question is going to have to be this. Being as we measure angles, elevation angles to stars, we basically build a triangle, and the GP of the star, let's call it Polaris, can be, as you said, 5,000 nautical miles away, whatever. You do understand that there's a straight horizontal plane between the GP of that star, 90 degrees, and you with your sextant on the floor. The reason why I say put the sextant on the floor is because then you don't have to do any dip correction or any altitude correction, because every single one of those will take you down to the surface of the Earth.
It's incorrect. It's incorrect that it's a right angle triangle between you, the star, and the GP.
The reason that it can't be a number, if you assume you're on a globe, is that you won't be able to tell that. You're just wrong altogether. That's why I was laughing about the stupid... 5,400 stupid miles. That's dumb.
Only one person in this VC can demonstrate the process of celestial navigation, and that's me.
Well, you tried it several times, and you've been here several times over the past few years, and you've never convinced or even demonstrated. No, hold on. Nobody here is here to convince anyone of anything. You've been here several times. And you haven't demonstrated anything that's even related to navigation. You think you understand navigation, but you actually don't.
Okay, my first VC in this server was yesterday.
That's a bullshit, bro. You've been in here.
No, I haven't. I got into the VC check-in a couple of years ago, and Crit banned me within like 2 minutes.
Okay. You can claim that, but you'll be a liar.
All right.
Okay.
If you want to call me a liar,
I already know you're a liar. So, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, like I said, only one person in here can demonstrate celestial navigation, and that's me.
All right. Well, tell us about it.
Shut up, you prat.
Can you demonstrate a Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, will you demonstrate it? Is probably a better question.
What to you? Being as you don't understand that the GP angle is 90 degrees. You keep saying, no, that's not true. You're an absolute liar. An absolute liar. It is true.
And demonstrate the geometry of it.
It is true. How long celestial navigation with a sextant been done?
Say, 400 years maybe, 300?
Yep. And they measured angles then, didn't they?
Yes.
Yes. How did they get longitude and latitude lines?
The longitude lines, they needed a clock to take it from Greenwich. And they'd usually do
and how did they get their latitude lines?
Usually by measuring to Polaris, yeah. But then they came up with the whole three-star fix.
And what did they do with Polaris?
Got the latitude.
How did they do that?
Yeah, your angle to Polaris equals your latitude.
Yeah, excellent. So they got an angle, didn't they? How can you get an angle on a curved surface?
Okay, let's go through that. How do you get an angle on a curved surface? All right, number one, hang a plumb bob. Number
But they
two.
didn't do that, did they? Because they were on ships at sea.
Right. Okay. But we're on a curved surface.
Would have
We're
been fucking.
getting a curve.
That's another declaration. You keep declaring we are on a curved surface. We are on a curved surface. Not 400 years we weren't, and we didn't use a plumb bob at sea. That would have been bloody stupid now, wouldn't it?
I understand they didn't use plumb bobs at sea. I understand.
So why did you say that then?
Because we're on land right now, and you don't think you can get.
I'm talking about then. That's why I brought up a long time ago. Can you not follow a conversation, or do you just want to talk to the fairies in your head?
All right, so let's talk about sextants at sea, right? So they're measured
Now let's talk about how they got elevation angles to Polaris without a plumb bob, with a sextant.
Yep.
And did Polaris have a 90-degree ground position?
Again, you keep saying 90 degrees, right? You keep saying
I will.
90
I will
degrees
keep
at the
saying 90
GP.
degrees because it's all based on 90-degree right angle triangles, Roohif.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, and it most definitely was done 400 years ago.
Again, one of us, only one of us, has demonstrated how to do it.
Couldn't give a shit, mate, right now, because you're being dishonest and disingenuous, because you will not admit that underneath the GP is a 90-degree angle. You won't admit that, will you? You won't admit that it has to, because it's destroying your religious belief that you're on a curved surface as you keep declaring every 5 minutes when anyone gives you a breath.
How about we go into GeoGebra? Let's do the geometry. No,
don't care. I just want to point out that you're lying. You are most definitely lying.
But as soon as I go to demonstrate it, you don't want to go there, do you?
No, I just want you to admit there's a 90-degree ground position underneath every single star. Wrong. Of course you're not, because it destroys your heliocentric ball belief, doesn't it? That's the only reason that you're going to sit here and be a disingenuous, what's a good word? Twat.
Twat's a good one, yes.
Yeah, it is. I've been told.
You can tell by his attitude that he's just really just not paying attention to what you're saying. He's just, Oh, you've been here before.
He's just wrong.
No, he's wrong about what? Celestial navigation is wrong. Every time you look into a celestial navigation book, there's a 90-degree ground position. You're saying that's not true.
It is not 90 degrees between the star, the GP, and the observer.
So celestial navigation isn't based on right-angle triangles, then?
Correct. It is not based on right-angle triangles.
All right.
You're lying.
Then let's demonstrate it.
Absolutely true.
Let's demonstrate it.
What the fuck? No, you demonstrate how it's not, because we can demonstrate how it's true.
Yeah, let's demonstrate that it's not based on right-angle triangles. Let's go into GeoGebra. I don't have screen sharing, do I?
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you want me to demonstrate it or not?
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Okay, but I would need screen sharing.
Nobody has that. Nobody has that.
No, I'll give it to him if he's, as long as he's not going to post some freaking.
I'm not going to do any bloody.
He's on. That's all good. I'll give it to you, man. Just post your proof and you show us, man. Let's see.
I'll start in GeoGebra now. Give me a couple minutes.
Helio, he's saying. Helio, pay attention. He's saying screen share. None of us have screen share.
No. I'm gonna give him Lincoln bed for the live stream.
I know what you mean, but he is asking for something else.
Okay, that's fine. Give me 5 minutes anyway, and I'll post images in the chat.
I'm gonna give you Lincoln bed for the live stream. Then you can give us some images and explain what you mean by it. So anyway. Where was I? Where the fuck? Roohif. See, now I was about. Oh, here we go. Roohif. I give you a Lincoln bedroll. Oh, you already have it. I fucking posted it in there. Anyway, I have to give it to you. You already have it. Roohif, if you want to give a presentation of how we're wrong about this, go ahead and post it, bro.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes in GeoGebra, and I'll do it.
GeoGebra, what the fuck is that?
GeoGebra is a geometry website. Yeah, so give me 5 minutes.
All right. minutes is enough time for me to go smoke a cigarette.
60 nautical miles per degree incoming.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm going to demonstrate. 60 nautical miles per degree.
And then you'll say that requires a curved surface of the Earth.
Yes, correct.
Can you show me that then?
Based on celestial.
Can you show me that?
Yeah. Yep, that'll be
Can you just show me that? Yeah, without inferring it from 60 nautical miles per degree, can you just show me that curve directly?
That is the inference from 60 nautical. Any
I know,
linear
that's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I just said. It's an inference. I didn't ask for an inference. I asked for direct demonstration.
Yeah, that is the inference from that ratio.
Yeah, for a third time now. I know that's an inference. That's the problem.
Okay, cool.
So could you directly demonstrate the curve that you inferred?
I've measured drop over distance, if that's what you're asking for.
Directly?
I made a prediction for what should be there if there is drop or if there's no drop.
Oh,
The measurement,
what if you were wrong?
drop.
What if you were wrong about what you should expect?
Sure. Happy to be shown wrong about
This is why I'm asking you to not infer it, but to directly measure it.
How would you go about directly measuring drop?
You don't know?
Well, I have my method. Do you have a different?
Yeah, but you have a method of inferring it. You don't have a method of measuring it.
Right. My method is what would the measurement be if there is drop? And I go and check.
Yeah. So what if you're wrong about what to expect?
Maybe.
Okay. So this is why I'm saying directly measure the thing you're inferring instead of infer it.
Right. How
but
would
you don't have to do that because you just asked me how to do that. So you don't know how to measure the thing that you've been going around for years saying you've measured.
Right. I've measured it with my method. Do you dispute my method?
Wait a minute. You didn't measure it. You just told me you inferred it.
I made a prediction for what it should be if there was drop. My measurement.
And then you inferred drop, right?
Yeah. It matched
So
my
what did you
prediction.
measure?
Say again?
What did you measure?
I measured between one mountain and another mountain of no
What did you measure?
distance.
What was it a measurement of?
The angle.
It was an angle measurement. So curve was not measured. Drop was not measured. Angle was measured. Curve and drop were inferred. So, question. If a curved surface of the Earth is necessary for 60 nautical miles per degree, then can you just measure that curve?
Again, I've measured drop over distance. How would you measure?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just told me that you measured an angle, and then you inferred drop over distance from that angle. And you even said you might be wrong about what to expect from the angle.
Yeah,
So that's why I said, instead of inferring it, can you directly measure the thing that you inferred, or can it only be inferred because it's not there?
And I'm asking you, I have a method. My method is make a prediction, see if the reality matches my prediction. Right? Do you have a different way of measuring something like that?
I heard this like 7 times, and you don't have a way of measuring it. Never mind a different way. You have a way of inferring it. Probably a whole myriad of ways of inferring it, but you don't seem to have one way of actually measuring it.
But do you have a heuristic? Like mine is make a prediction, see if the prediction matches. Do you have a different heuristic for doing that?
So you need me to tell you how to measure the thing you've been going around for years saying you measured.
Yeah,
right.
I think this is the only way.
Shut up. Burden of proof, reversal fallacy. It's not his claim to prove. It's your problem.
So what I'm saying is look, Roohif, you say that curved surface of the Earth is necessary for 60 nautical miles per degree. If that's the case, then the Earth does have a curved surface and we can just directly measure that. Who's done that? How? You don't know. Okay, well, I'll just take that as a concession. Yeah, you've said like 3 or 4 times now that you don't know how to measure the thing that you go around all the time saying you've measured.
Right.
So that's a good enough concession.
You dispute my way.
You don't have a way. There's nothing to dispute. You're just inferring it. You don't actually have a way to measure it. That's what you just told me like 5 times.
We're not...
Yeah, you infer it. You don't measure it. You told me what you measured. It was an angle. From that drop or curve was inferred. You didn't measure any drop or curve. You inferred it. You extrapolated it from something else you measured. That's why I asked if we could just directly measure the curve, not infer it. But you can't do that. You have to ask me how to do that. So there you go.
Yeah, I think the only heuristic is to say, what is the prediction if that was true? Does my measurement in reality match that prediction? Do you have a different heuristic?
And that would be affirming the consequent.
Yeah, that. And he would be again asking me how to get the measurement that he said he has. Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, again, this is about heuristics. Do you have a different heuristic?
So you have to ask me again how to measure the thing that you're here telling us that you measured.
Yeah,
No, I don't, because it's your claim. I don't have any interest in measuring it, but since you say you do, I want to hear how you did it. And instead of getting to hear that, you're telling me, well, how would you do it?
Okay, I have a heuristic. I think it's valid. You say my heuristic is invalid. I think it's the only heuristic. Do you have a different heuristic?
So again, you're just going to ask me how to provide the measurement that you said you had.
Not necessarily the measurement. Don't worry about the measurement right now, the heuristic. How would we go about? What's the mental process?
Not our problem,
So
your
you
problem,
need to tell, you need me to tell you how to go and measure the thing that you said that you measured.
Okay, your criticism of me is that I have this idea of making a prediction and then checking the prediction. You're saying that's invalid.
What if you're wrong about what to expect?
Say again?
What if you were wrong about what to expect?
That's possible, yes.
What if you're wrong about how you're interpreting the angles?
Possible as well. All these things are possible.
Yeah, I know they're possible. That's why I'm asking for direct confirmation of your interpretation by simply measuring the curve directly instead of inferring it.
Okay, how would you go about measuring it directly?
You don't know?
Reversal again.
You don't know?
He's disputing my method. He says my method is invalid.
Stop asking him how to prove your claim.
Not how to test my claim. How to test it.
Yeah, that you should have come up with that.
I have.
It's your claim. It's your argument. No, you didn't. You just told me, I don't know how many times that you just inferred it. You did not measure wrong about your conclusions. You've said that I don't know how many times. So when you circle back to, hey, I did it. I did do it. Well, that's just a lie, and it's on record.
Okay, this is about... Like I said, it's about heuristics, not about... Don't worry about my measurement right now. I'm saying if I want to test my idea, I ask the idea, hey, idea, what would it look like in reality if you were true, right? And yes, there could be an error in that prediction. I don't think there is, but there could be. So my model makes a prediction, and I go and test it in reality, and it matches the model, okay?
Yeah, you said... Yeah, thanks. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I thought you were done.
What other heuristic would you use to...
You're just going to do this again. Something? I don't know.
Because you're saying mine is invalid.
Yeah. Well,
so how do you test anything in reality?
I'm not saying it's invalid. I'm just saying it is what it is, which is you inferring things that could possibly not be true, which is what you have said yourself. So I don't even see a disagreement here. But you're trying to test...
How do you test flat Earth then?
How do you test? So just going to continue on with the burden reversals, huh?
Yeah, because
you're saying that you had curvature proof, right? And you're so empty-handed now that you have to do everything possible to try to get me to defend a claim about flat Earth instead of just showing us this curve.
Not about flat Earth. How do you test any idea? How do you test any idea?
Any idea now?
Yeah.
Who cares?
How do you
We're
test
talking about one specific idea.
Well, you don't want me to
so you don't know. Okay, so not only do you not know how to test for your claim, you don't know how to test for anything because you just asked me how to test for any idea.
Do you test for an idea that has a relation to reality where you can establish a cause and effect relationships, or you can test any idea out of the root of your mind that has nothing to do with reality? Is that the idea that you're talking about, Roohif?
How do you test an idea that is an explanation for something that you see?
Oh, scientific method.
Okay.
That sounds like circular reasoning.
It's a scientific method. What's the first step? Observe a phenomenon.
Yeah, observe something happening. Yeah.
All right. Then form a hypothesis, right? You make a guess basically at what is the explanation for what I see. You make a guess, right?
You're going to be applying the scientific method to test for Earth curve?
Sure.
What's your independent?
Yeah. But you make a hypothesis, right?
What is phenomena? What is the phenomena?
It doesn't matter. We're just going through the heuristic.
It matters. It matters.
It does matter. Yes.
Okay, sunset. We did this yesterday. I saw the sunset. Right?
I like this. The sunset, does it set over a geometric horizon?
When you say geometric, do you mean unrefracted, or do you just mean straight line of light? What do you mean?
It's physical geometry, like Earth curve geometry to the horizon.
Right, but geometry,
basically.
The light coming from the horizon is curved, right? So it's refracted. I can do geometry with curves. What do you mean by geometry?
You're coming out with an excuse. It sounds like you're trying to get ahead of this conversation. Yeah, because instead of just saying, yeah, it's a sphere edge, you've gone straight to, well, it is a sphere edge, but it looks like something else.
No, I'm asking what you mean by geometric horizon. Do you mean unrefracted?
I just told you like 3 times, a geometric sphere edge horizon.
Yeah, and when I ask you what you mean by geometric, you just use the word geometric again.
Well, you don't know what I mean. You haven't been in this conversation long enough to know what people are talking about when they say geometric horizon.
Right. So you mean unrefracted?
No, I mean, is it geometric? Is it a geometric sphere edge, period, refracted or otherwise? Is that what it is?
Okay, I can do geometry with refracted light. So can we go forward on that? Right?
Is it a geometric sphere edge horizon or not?
Right. It's the edge of a sphere. Please clarify what you mean when you say geometric.
Hold on.
I don't know how much clearer I could get.
Shush, let Heretic take this, please. Thank you.
I don't know how much clearer I could get. But yeah, you just said that, yeah, it is a geometric sphere edge. That's what the horizon is. Okay, how do you know that?
It's the edge of a sphere.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Right, because things disappear beyond it from the bottom up.
So what? Maybe you're wrong about your inferences again. Maybe that's not the way that has to happen. Maybe that can happen on a flat surface. How did you measure the geometric horizon?
I point my theodolite at it. I get an angle to it.
This again. So another inference. An inference backed by an inference backed by an inference.
Yeah, again, this discussion is about how you test an idea. We got a little bit into the scientific method. We have a hypothesis, right?
No, hold on.
You don't need that.
This discussion is not how you test an idea.
Yes, it is, because he keeps talking about making an inference, and making an inference is absolutely key to the scientific method.
No,
we're talking about a shape
we're
here.
talking about what you can see and what you can't see.
Right?
Yeah, we're not really talking about cause and effect phenomena here. We're just talking about a shape, right? So you say that there is a geometric horizon, but it's refracted. So basically, if I show you a 10-mile horizon from a 1-foot observer height, you're going to tell me that it's actually a 1.2-mile horizon appearing like it's at 10 instead?
No, the horizon is actually at 10 miles or whatever it is.
Oh, shit,
That's where
no.
the horizon is.
Oh, so there's not a physical geometric sphere edge at 1.2 being refracted to 10?
If we are looking through an atmosphere, then the horizon will definitely not be at 1.22.
Okay, so is it a physical geometric horizon at 1.2 refracted to appear at 10?
If I had, it's not the 1.22 moving to 10.
No?
It's just the 10.
Do you know how your refraction thing works?
Yes, I do, actually.
Yeah, you multiply the radius, right?
The effective Earth radius, yes.
Yeah, so your apparent globe is bigger than your actual physical globe, right?
It's called an effective Earth radius. It's a geometric
I know what it's called.
transformation.
I know what it's called. So what you're telling me is there is a physical geometric 1.2-mile horizon refracted so that it appears as though it's a 10-mile horizon.
Okay. The 1.22, right? That drop of water at 1.22 miles isn't moving to 10 miles. Okay? You're seeing the water that is 10 miles away.
Okay.
Right?
So you've got a globe, 3959 miles in radius, appearing in that instance as a globe with a 250,000-mile radius, give or take.
If you're doing the geometry, yes. It's a geometric.
Okay. So how do you know that that's a physical 1.2-mile horizon refracted to appear like it did instead?
Because things get hidden bottom up from beyond it.
Oh, really? So if something's in front of the horizon but appearing to be occluded bottom up, then it's being obstructed by that horizon that's behind it?
It could be waves.
Oh, yeah, it could be waves. So we don't need Earth curve for things to appear to vanish bottom up.
Unless you're claiming 2-kilometer high waves, then yes, we do need Earth curve.
Oh, we need 2-kilometer high waves for things to start to appear occluded from the bottom up. Well, that's just stupid.
Right, so Canigou, there is 2.5 kilometers of that mountain below the horizon. Are you claiming a 2.5 kilometer wave?
Okay, I like it. Does Canigou have a horizon? Is there a horizon in that Canigou picture?
Yes, there is.
Oh, where's that?
What do you mean, where is it? It's in the photo.
I don't see it. I'll post it.
And just for your perusal as well, there's a demonstration of things being obstructed on a known flat surface.
No, that's not the photo I'm talking about. I'm talking about from France.
Shit, I'm just pointing that you can make things be obstructed on a known flat surface. Just
Inferior Mirage is the only method I know of.
Yeah, well, you might need to watch the video then, but of course you won't.
Right.
So
yeah, that's not the photo I'm talking about. I'm talking about from France to Canigou, not from Canigou to the Alps.
Okay, I don't have that one.
All right, I'll try and find it. Yeah, but there's 2.5 kilometers of the mountain missing. Are you claiming that's waves?
I don't know. I haven't even seen what you're talking about.
Okay.
Not making any claim about it.
All right, fair enough. Let me try and find it.
You're going off of the information we provided about Canigou.
Canigou. There we go. That work? There we go.
Okay.
That's one of them.
So is that horizon geometric?
Please stop using the word geometric.
Physical.
Why?
It's physical, yes. Physical.
Right. So that's the physical Earth blocking what you might or might not be able to see over a certain distance.
Yes, that is water.
Right.
The ocean blocking your view.
So that would be the physical curvature of the Earth, which in your definition would be the horizon, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that a direct demonstration of the physical geometric horizon or your inference of one?
Do we agree that's a horizon?
Yeah, we agree it's a horizon.
Okay. I think it's physical, right? Because it's hiding a huge huge part of the mountain.
You think it's physical. That gave me the answer to my question. That's your inference. It's your inference that it's a geometric globe horizon.
Okay.
So how is that verified?
Okay. My very simple thought pattern, right, is that I have to look through the water to be able to see the rest of that mountain.
That is a simple thought pattern.
Yeah, it is pretty simple. Like I don't understand why this debate has lasted 7 years. I do.
There isn't really a debate because you just said, "Well, I think that it's a physical horizon." You don't know it. You're just inferring it, like you do with like you do with all the arguments that you make.
Yeah, I have reached certainty in my mind that it's a physical horizon. So
Yeah, that's fine for you. That's fine for you, but that doesn't demonstrate anything objectively.
Even when we can, sorry, Roohif, even when we can demonstrate to you the horizon's optical, as per the Black Swan image that I posted to you with the 2 oil rigs, that's optical and not the physical geometric horizon because it's not where it should geometrically be according to the math.
Okay. I don't think the words optical and physical are mutually exclusive. I think everything we see, literally everything we see, is optical.
Well, of course it is, but you require the physical curve of the Earth to get in the way of things, don't you?
Right, yes.
Awesome. But when we demonstrate that the physical curve of the Earth is not where the mathematics dictates, it's at least, in this image, 10 times further away than it should be, then what I mean by optical is it's dependent on the atmospheric conditions of the day and the technology that you use, eyes, binoculars, telescopes, and so on. So the horizon will move around, so is therefore not physical.
It doesn't make it not physical, right? It's just the light that is coming from the last bit of water, right? That before it starts hiding things bottom up, that light that bounces off that water coming to your eye, that water is physical. The light is taking a curved path to your eye.
Oh, I understand. Can you demonstrate that then? Because what you've just said is that there is a geometric physical horizon at 1.2 miles in that picture, but the image is distorted so that it appears the way it did instead. Can you demonstrate that?
Yeah, sure. We can see, there's a density gradient in our atmosphere. Typically, it's more dense at the bottom and less dense higher up. So we have a density gradient in the atmosphere, and light bends through a density gradient. It bends downwards.
Okay. That was a pretty vague way of going about establishing that there's a 1.2 mile physical ball edge horizon in that picture with a 10 mile.
The question was about why do we see further? It's because light bends downwards.
That means there is no water there.
Therefore, there is a 1.2 mile physical horizon in the picture that we don't see.
If we had a blindfold on and a really, really straight stick, right, and we pointed it out, it would touch the
It would. Okay, so that sounds like a test that you could do to actually establish whether or not that thing that you're saying is refract is actually there. So, is there any instance of anybody ever doing that?
Of having a stick 1.22 miles long? No.
Sure. Oh, no. So how do you know that would happen?
Right. How do I know refraction would happen?
No. How do you know that we would have the stick touching the 1.2 mile geometric horizon, since you just said, yeah, nobody's ever done that?
The question for me was, is there a 1.22 geometric horizon? I said yes, and gave you, if we didn't have an atmosphere, that's where it would be.
Well, how do you know that? Have you seen it without an atmosphere?
No, of course not.
Well, how do you know that?
Right. I know how much light bends, right, and therefore I can work out.
Well, how much does it bend?
It depends on the gradient.
Standard, let's say.
Yep, standard. It bends. Yep. You convert that to an effective Earth radius, and you get about 7/6R.
Oh, 7/6R radius. So that horizon's at 1.3 miles then?
If the conditions are standard, yes.
Oh, well, I guess they're not standard, or it's not at 1.2 to begin with, because it's at 10 miles.
Right.
Because I don't think 7/6 times 3959 equals 250,000. Right. Do you?
Clearly, the conditions on that day were not standard.
I don't know if that's clear. I think what's clear is that there just isn't any 1.2 mile horizon to refract.
I think it is clear because every other day that he went there, you see the second oil platform, hidden from the bottom up by a lot.
Every other day. That's not what I saw. I'll post another picture from another day. That's not what I saw.
He went there most days out of 3 months, right, and showed that most of the time the second platform was hidden bottom up.
Oh, now it's most of the time. First of all, it was every other time. Now it's most of the time.
Okay, every other day. He went there several times over 3 months. One of those days was the Black Swan.
Okay, that's really nice. But do you have a demonstration of the 1.2 mile horizon that you say is refracted? Because you just gave 2 ways to be able to demonstrate that and then said, well, no, nobody ever did that.
Yeah, again, I can reverse engineer it to get a 1.22 by incorporating refraction.
We don't want that. We want direct demonstration.
Yeah, how? How would you do that? Without a straight stick? I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, so yet again, he has to ask me how to prove his claim.
Yeah, I don't think a physical blindfolded test is physically possible.
Oh, okay. It's not possible to test for your claim to verify it directly. Got it.
For the 1.22, yeah, correct. It's inferred from 60 nautical miles per degree.
Yeah, I know it's inferred. That's been the whole problem all along, that you might be wrong in your interpretations of what's going on. So that's why I'm asking for direct confirmation of the things that you're interpreting, and you just keep telling me that we can't do that. And I think everybody in this room knows why.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I accept the Earth has a radius, and therefore the
how was that measured?
I'm begging the question. Do you hear that? I accept the Earth has a radius, therefore it must be at 1 miles.
That's not exactly begging the question.
Hold on.
That's not begging the question.
No, it definitely is, and you just admitted it. You have
not
to say
begging the question. Not begging the question.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
Yes. Oh, Elijah's here. Elijah knows all about begging the question, don't you, Elijah? He's muted.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So if you're not begging the question, then how was the radius of the Earth measured?
Right, 60 nautical miles per degree is a sphere.
Heretic.
And I accept that. I was careful with my words. I accept the Earth is a globe. Therefore, the horizon is 1.22.
Okay, that's just textbook begging the question.
It's not begging the question.
Was your conclusion that the 3959 mile radius is in the premise that you just gave us there?
Why are y'all doing this?
I don't.
Elijah knows all about begging the question, don't you, Elijah?
Don't mention my name.
Hang on, I've got to take care of the child for 1 minute. Give me a minute.
Right, don't mention my name.
He accepts that there's a 3959 mile radius. Therefore, that 10
No,
mile
there's just
radius.
so many points that he makes that y'all let him get like fam. Yes, yes, you doing great with that and all that, but he's not, like he said at one point, and I already knew this point because Kosho was the first person to actually tell it to me, which is how I devised my rebuttal to the point. Like, yes, we talk about the 1.22 miles, but actually, them saying that actually it has nothing to do with the geometric horizon, but that whatever is happening with the light beyond that is why we're seeing what we're seeing, has absolutely nothing to do with obstruction at 1.2 miles. It's a complete non sequitur. Why even address it? Why give it the respect it doesn't deserve? And then, so his next step is to say, well, how do we prove that? Why even prove the thing that's completely non sequitur to the argument you're trying to pin him to in the first place? Okay, so let's go to that then. So he talks about how there's a density gradient in the atmosphere, but that's fucking vertically, guys. Okay,
Exactly.
so,
I agree with you. I agree with you, Eli.
So he's breaking the question of the sphere.
I was almost. Jesus Christ! It's like crackheads in here can't wait to the end. I just got in. I mean, just fucking read Andrew Thomas Young for Christ's sake.
I already have, dude. I know all that shit, and that's why I'm asking the questions that I am. And he's presupposed.
But what they're saying, what he's saying is not in there. The diagram that they show. Actually, no, I'm lying. It is in there. But what they show, there's no mechanistic explanation for it.
Well, Eli,
oh my God, what is it? You want to fucking interrupt? What is it that you're responding to? Since I took the time. No, tell me what it is. Since you're responding to me already. What's the point that I'm making? Anybody? Don't be quiet now.
Hey, he left, Elijah.
Jesus Christ. So instead of what's the point I'm making that you're interrupting, you're just gonna fucking leave. We're friends. Leaving is not, that's not acceptable. You know what I mean? Amongst friends, when you're pointing something out and you're like, hey, why are you stepping on me? Can you justify that? Somebody leaving is not cool.
Are you going to get to your point?
Fuck off.
I love you too, Eli.
Definitely.
Somebody's gonna have to unban him, by the way. I'm not doing it.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening, Redman.
How's everybody kicking tonight? Sounds like fire in here.
Yeah.
What's up, Redman? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're keeping well.
Yeah. Eating good and, chilling out, listening to the crazies. As usual. Word of wisdom to everybody. Sometimes it's best not to talk and just listen. So communication stays communication.
Rude. I'll be back shortly.
You stay on mute. And again, don't mention me unless we're in a conversation. Because, well, I don't think that's just it. Don't mention my name. What's up, Redman? Anybody know the point out?
Kind of got lost in the sauce because
Anybody?
you were getting clipped out so much. Sorry.
Anybody else know the point I'm gonna make?
The atmospheric gradient, and it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like because this is a completely aside from well the guy that asked me why so testy, I was making a point, and if I don't have a justifiable reason for, I mean, do you like being cut off? Would you say, oh no sir, I'm not going to be testy, let me have another? I didn't think so. People just like to say shit, but then when you want to like actually directly challenge the validity of them opening their mouth to say what they said, it's like, well, you're being mean, I'm out of here. If I'm wrong, somebody should fucking tell me what I was trying to say while being spoken through. So if the light is coming from a part of the earth that you normally wouldn't see because the earth is in the way, right?
Yep.
And light goes straight unless I guess atmospherically bent. What the fuck would be the necessity for the light to bend around the earth, seeing as that the light ray is going toward the least dense medium? Someone tell me. If a light ray is on the other side, like anti-corpuscular rays from the sun, if you know what that is, if you don't, Google it. What is the necessity, the mechanistic explanation for that light to bend down to where you are?
I hasten to add, Roohif is saying he will answer you if you unmute him.
No, you could just go ahead and post something in the chat, like a citation and some sort of, I don't know, diagram with a demonstration. Because right now we're just talking about light. We're not even talking about images and what things look like in reality. We didn't even get there yet.
Well, you heard him when he said that he accepts the 3959 mile radius, right? Because that was the claim. I accept the 3959 radius, so there is a physical horizon at 1.2. Due to the way light behaves, it doesn't look like that. That's what he's saying.
What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.